Oh baby, today we are going to check out one of the sleekest laptops in the universe. It is the new Dell XPS 13 Plus flagship Ultrabook, Intel Evo capable, daily task, long battery life, lots of options for the display, and a new keyboard that I'm really interested in checking out. Welcome to Dell. Let's do great things together. Ooh, look how thin and light that little package is. Amazing. It's amazing the form factor they can achieve while maintaining a 13-inch display because of how slim and trim these bezels have gotten. Here's an extension cable, some paperwork, a Type-C cable, the power brick portion, which is incredibly tiny. Look at that little thing. That's 60 watt capable in the palm of the hand. Lovely stuff, but you still have a little bit of range to get away from the wall. Type-C to mini jack connector for your headphones, headset, and there is a DAC built in, a Type-C to Type-A adapter. The reason being is because we have a single port scenario. I don't think I'm gonna need to charge it right now, but it does charge quickly, and that's a key when it comes to Intel Evo certification. Gotta charge quickly, has to have long battery life, so when you see that badge, you know what you're getting. This has to be one of the nicest examples I've seen in the Evo program, the XPS 13 Plus. Look at this bright aluminum, very sturdy and robust. As we look around, you'll see a Type-C connector on the right-hand side, Type-C connector on the left-hand side, aluminum chassis on the bottom, couple of rubber feet in order to plant this on the table. Subtle Dell logo in this mirror. One-handed operation. Ooh, it's a lovely display as well. We can configure this thing with a 12th gen Intel Core i5 1240p 12-core CPU at the base level, but we can go all the way up to a 14-core 12th gen i7 1280p, boosting up to 4.8 gigahertz. 14 cores in something that is razor thin, especially at the front edge. Something else that you probably noticed, no outline where the trackpad lives, just gives you this really simple and clean look, but it's large and it has strong feedback. It's amazing how good of a job this trackpad does to predict that click and then give you that immediate feedback. This is one of the best examples I've ever tried in the absence of having an actual click. Memory up to 32 gigs of LPDDR5. You can have up to 2 terabytes of M.2 Gen 4 PCIe NVMe SSD storage. You can start at a 13.4-inch FHD Plus 1920 by 1200 60 Hz. No touch, but anti-glare. Next up, you move to a touch version of that same panel. Then you get into a 3.5K 60 Hz OLED with touch, 400 nit capable. Then you go all the way to 13.4 UHD plus 3840 by 2400, 60 Hz touch, 500 nit. All right, so this unit that's been sent over is featuring the FHD panel. So by having this FHD panel, you're looking at substantially more battery life. And that's sort of what you're looking for in an Intel Evo Ultrabook to begin with, this perfect balance of performance and battery life. So I think many people will actually opt for the 1080 display on the 13 inches. I don't know that I've ever seen a laptop quite like this. We have a tremendous screen to body ratio going on here, and somehow they fit a webcam in the right location at the top. That's another tremendously slim bezel. Bottom of the display barely has one at all. The sleekest laptop deck in the history of laptops here with this recessed keyboard. So the keys are actually big. This layout is kind of deceiving at first. Kind of getting into it here. You can also tell it's a pretty quiet keyboard. There is a surprising amount of travel considering everything is completely smooth across the entire board. I don't know, there's something about the minimal appearance that's just really appealing. Now, another thing they've done is the capacitive section at the top. This is where you're going to control your multimedia, your volume, for example. These are capacitive touch controls. Below that section, there is a fingerprint scanner in order to unlock the device. However, We can also use the front-facing camera to do that. I like having options for these things. Kind of a nice location for a fingerprint scanner. Plus, this doubles as your power button. I don't know exactly how it lines up under here, but let's see where I stop. Right around here. There. This big, give or take. You actually don't need a frame there. The trackpad is big enough in relationship to this deck section that I don't think you're gonna have any issues with it. Oh yeah, the profile on it is sick. Let's open up a browser and let's test out the speakers on this.
Yeah, well, that's pretty widely published, the fact that if you're a TikTok creator, you're basically building an audience there in order to monetize elsewhere. YouTube, on the other hand, gets you a little bit closer.
Display is pretty nice looking. Sound is quite loud. Where does it fire from? Oh. The speakers are firing this way, but because of the curvature of the laptop, there's space for the table for it to bounce off and give you a really wide stereo separation. Well, you can get a sense of like the spatial aspect of it, right? Cool. Okay, yeah, speakers are good. Let's do a quick test of this front-facing camera while we're here. They were able to fit one in. It's a super slim setup, super slim, tiny little camera unit over there. And switch to video mode. This is a video sample of the webcam on the Dell XPS 13 Plus. You can have both. You can have an ultra slim bezel and still have your webcam in the right location. No funny business, no down, low, up the nose type of angle. Instead, something a little bit more suitable for your variety of video conferencing, meetings, work, and such. It's actually a quad speaker design, so there's 4 speakers working in tandem. Could have something to do with the volume. Dual fans providing up to 55% more airflow. The keyboard is called Zero Lattice, allowing for that incredibly low profile design. Seamless glass touchpad, dual sensor camera, express sign-in made with low carbon aluminum. It's a touchscreen. Look, you got legit processing power in here. It's pretty crazy. 14 core CPU potential, lots of battery life, a few different screen options, which is nice so you can prioritize for your specific needs. It's crazy what you can get done in a form factor as thin and light as this. You can do actual work here. You can even do a little bit of gaming with Intel Iris. We're living in 2022. This is what laptops look like now. This is the future. It's the Dell XPS 13 Plus.